EA Sports. No run back here on the opening. Kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now, let's go to that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. That's out to Chubb, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14, Chiefs, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he returns this to the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 24, Mahomes dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I suppose you go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hall again on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Elijah Moore from 6 yards away. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Mahomes now to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, check, lucky. Check. Check, hot.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 28-0.
Chiefs nothing. Craig McMahon to kick off for the Jets.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there, 54 yards.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. That he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Moore, the man in motion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw again. They'll roll it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Hall.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Running left, it's Hall.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ronald Jones taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The point after is good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Greg Roman to kick off for the Jets.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Second down at 5.
And Chubb will try the middle here.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
The slot man in motion right. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Three down. Three down. Hey, alert three. Alert three. Hey, taller, taller.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Back to throw.
He finds Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
66 yards.
And the Jets are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hall on to give up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Moore, the man in motion. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw the themselves 2 points closer. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a three-possession fourth quarter lead. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Past the 20. 169 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. On second down, a run with Hall. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 5, third and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quan Alexander, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 30.
A higher score.